posted and announced in accordance with Chapter 231 PL 1975. Mr. Palladino, will you call the roll?
Mr. Graziano. Here. Mr. Groen. Here. Mr. Jacko. Here. Ms. Lopez. Mr. Sheldon. Here. Mr. Barrera. Here. Mrs. Lamparello.
Here.
The New Jersey Open Public Meetings Law was enacted to ensure the right of the public to have advance notice of to attend meetings of this board, except where specifically exempted by law, to which any business affecting their interest is discussed or acted upon. In accordance with the provisions of this Act, the Board of Education has caused notice of this meeting to be published by having same advertised in the Belleville Times. Also, notice of this meeting has been mailed to members of the board, the borough clerk, all elementary schools, middle school, the high school, and the district website.
Thank you, Mr. Palladino. Can I have a motion to approve of the minutes from the closed session and public session from December 18, 2017 and January 3, 2018?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? We have a student government representative.
Good evening. My name is Ruth Newsom. I'm the treasurer of the BHS Student Government Organization. Here's a recap of what has been happening at Belleville High School. Starting with old business. On Thursday, December 21st, SGO held an ugly sweater contest, judged by teacher and student representatives. The three winners all received Amazon gift cards as prizes. On Friday, December 22nd, the One Two Prep Rally took place in the Connie Francis Theater. Mr. Aiello emceed the event to promote our athletes for the winter sports season. Theme rosters were called, wrestlers and cheerleaders showcased demonstrations, and student athletes competed against one another in a push-up contest. Next, the winter dance was held on Thursday, January 18th from 6 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. At the dance, clubs and organizations sold food and drinks to fundraise money while students enjoyed a night of dancing. Now on to new business. Quarterly exams for the second marking period is currently underway. The exams started on Friday, January 19th, and will extend until Thursday, January 25th. Next, junior prom will be on Thursday, February 22nd at Valley Regency Clifton. The money raised will support the junior class. Career Week is scheduled for the week of March 5th to the 9th. During this week, students will dress down according to the theme for each day. Me Monday for Character Day, Twin and Triplet Tuesday, Wall Wednesday, in which students will dress according to the class's decadal theme. Throwback Thursday and Spirit Friday. The proceeds raised during the week will go towards SGO. Lastly, the Spring Pep Rally will occur in March to raise morale for the spring athletes of BHS. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, items to be presented by administration, Dr. Tomko.
Thank you, Madam President. Welcome, everyone. This is great to see everyone here. We have a lot of fun presentations tonight. We're very proud of our students. Welcome back from a nice little break to our January meeting. First, I'd like to thank everyone for bearing with us a little bit as we move to a board docs system. So those of you who maybe don't understand what we were just talking about, all of our agenda items now and our agenda information is online now at Board Docs. There's a link on our Board of Education website. You can follow it now on your phones here. And while you're here, you can follow the agenda there. There's more public content as well. We're trying to be as transparent as possible. So the board administration have moved to the system to try to post some documents. You see different things on there now, like list of bills and different policies. It's a lot easier to give you that access as we do this. So we're very proud of this, and just bear with us, please. Our first time using it, so there's a few kinks here and there. We do have some printouts up here of all the content. This will be the last meeting that we do that for. We'll not be printing out the full agendas anymore. We'll be printing out, we will have some printouts here of just the common agenda, which has the items listed on the side. For you to see the agenda items 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but none of the content areas. So again, thank you so much. I want to thank the board for bearing with this transition, our administrators, our secretaries, our assistants, everybody working hard to make sure we get you all this information. In my section today, there are a few different things we're going to discuss. We're going to go out of the order that you see there a little bit just to accommodate some people still coming in and making sure that everyone sees some of the training that's occurring tonight. So the first thing I want to talk about is the 6th grade transition update, which is going to be happening this September. And everyone's aware that our goal is to have the 6th graders start the 2018-2019 in their respective neighborhood elementary schools. So that means that the 6th grade, the 5th grade will not be moving to the middle school anymore. What that will do is that will cut down on some of the enrollment issues that we have at the middle school, allowing us to provide some more programs there and just ease up some congestion. And we'll bring our 6th graders, keep our 6th graders into those neighborhood schools that we've had. So we've been working very hard on transition committees. I put an update on the public content on the site there that you can see. It's also printed out. Some of the things I just want to spotlight, basically working with the Teachers Association with regard to certain transfers, because it's estimated we're going to need about 12 to 14 or 16 teachers to move from the middle school into those elementary spots. We have different transition committees that we set up regarding curriculum, different textbook issues. We have something now that we're working on just actually today with the principals with regards to just desks and different things. Mr. Henry and the maintenance crew are talking about spaces that need to be adjusted or reconfigured to get some more classrooms in some of those areas. Rebuilding libraries that were taken away in the past. So all these things are happening over the next few months. So I'll continue to do some of these updates periodically. We also are looking, we talked about registration and redistricting, moving the lines of where the incoming kindergartners would be stationed in certain schools. And that's something that we're trying to work with as we go along. We're trying to get some more information on some of the developments that are kind of happening in town. And we've already discussed some movement of some of the lines up by Area 10, where the Soho project, School 10, I'm sorry, where the Soho project will be, and where the park is a major part of that districting area. So all these things are happening. Obviously, technology, student information systems. Our district is working hard. Again, I thank the teachers and administrators for coming together, and those other individuals in the community that are on the transition teams. So I see a lot of progress, and I expect a smooth transition moving into September, so thank you very much. Okay, we're going to move now to harassment, intimidation, and bullying. A quick overview by our board councils, the Bacigalupo from Schwartz-Edelstein. This is an annual training that the board has to have in public session, just to review some of the changes in the law. And all of you here, all the parents here tonight, I think it's good for you to hear this as well, for your edification, that we continue to strive to make sure that bullying, intimidation, harassment is eradicated from the district. Our teachers and our staff do an excellent job making sure that we're on top of that. So, Mr. Bacigalupo, I want to turn it over to you for that.
Sure. Board members, you have the full presentation that I previously gave to you. I'm not going to go over every slide. I just want to touch upon the key topics. First, the HIP law was signed into law in 2011. Now, under the law, which the definition is defined pursuant to NJSA 18A 37-14 as follows. It basically can be any gesture, written, verbal, or physical act, or electronic communication that a reasonable person would perceive as being motivated by an actual or perceived characteristic, such as, but not necessarily limited to, race, color, religion, ancestry, gender, sexual orientation, or any other distinguishing characteristic. So from that definition, the key points to take are the intent of the actor is irrelevant. It's what would a reasonable person perceive it as. Also, distinguishing characteristic is very widely defined, shall we say. There are Commissioner of Education decisions that can range that from being a vegetarian to having an inability to play sports. Following a report of an active HIV, and once those buzzwords are used, a report has to be issued. The steps to be taken would include an investigation by administration, and the results of which are reported to you, the board members. The parents have the right to have a hearing before the board at which time they would simply present their side of the matter. It's not a Q&A, they simply present their side. As the board, you are bound to either affirm, reject, or modify the superintendent's decision. The parents then have the right to appeal that decision to the Division of Civil Rights or the Commissioner of Education. There are proposed amendments which are supposed to take effect July 1st of 2018. Two very important amendments would somewhat change the definition of bullying to also include that bullying is unwanted, aggressive behavior that may involve a real or perceived power imbalance. Also, what it would do, the proposed amendments would require a parent, if he or she requires or desires to have a hearing before the board, that they must elect that hearing within 45 calendar days. Currently, the statute is silent. So, puts the burden on the parents.
All right, thank you, Mr. Pachalupo. If any of our parents or community members have any questions about that, they can contact me at the board office, and we can get you those answers. There's also some information online. If you go under my section of the Board of Education, it has some tips for bullying 101. It is listed there, so we're here to assist you. Each school has an anti-bullying specialist as well, and that's listed on the website at their direct contact. Move to the second part of the presentation piece would be, go back to Mr. Pachalupo, and the board is required to go over something called a code of ethics every year, which will be explained to them. I actually listed the code of ethics under another part of the agenda for everyone's edification, so the board will be adopting that tonight as well, that they understand that there's a code of ethics. So Mr. Pachalupo.
Sure. Again, that presentation in full has been provided to you. Key points, of course, are the School Ethics Act can be found in NJSA 18A 12-21. Also, the Code of Ethics for School Board Members can be found in NJSA 18A:12-24.1A through J. These shed lights on conflicts of interest, etc. What generally we don't talk about, but what I would like to talk about are the specifics. First of all, communications. All communications that you board members have should be issued through your school-issued email address. For instance, so that if there is an open request, etc., it's through your school email. Also, if an email, for example, is ever sent from administration to you at the board as a whole, please do not reply all. Just reply to the sender only. If you reply all, you would be violating the Open Public Meeting Act, because now you're engaging in a meeting without notice. So never do that. Also, of course, you are not to disclose confidential matters, such as executive session discussions, personnel matters, and student matters. When communicating with the public in the sense of either posting online or, for instance, writing a letter to an editor, there are certain things which you must abide by. First of all, you should identify yourself as a board member. You should indicate that either your letter or your post neither was authorized by nor written on behalf of the board. You must provide accurate information that is neither confidential nor information that will compromise the board. When it comes to voting, of course, you should recuse yourself from any matter in which either you or a family member will benefit from. If you're not sure of something, ask. Or if it's uncertain, abstain. You can never get into any trouble by abstaining. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Pachalupo. All right, so let's start now with our first presentation will be from our high school team that we have here, which is the Belleville Learning Academy. And basically, those of you who have been coming to meetings or been reading, we had the opportunity to have been selected through the hard work of several people here with the conjunction with the BEA and the administration, something called the HIP grant, which was a large grant given out by the NJEA to help fund what we started a year ago called the Belleville Learning Academy, which we did spotlight. I don't remember what month it was. It was at a meeting. It was in the old library cafeteria. And it's just a phenomenal thing that our students put together, Mr. Fabiano, Mr. Sheridan, just working on different, well, I don't want to steal your thunder, but it's different tools to help our students with online academy videos and whatnot. So they're going to do a brief presentation tonight. This is going to be spotlighted on NGA Classroom Close-Up. So we'll give you some idea when that's going to be. But they were just here last week filming the academy students. We have our academy students here today. We're going to do a brief presentation for you, which we promised you from last meeting. So Mr. Sheridan, Mr. Fabiano, you can come on up.
Okay, thank you everybody for coming. Thank you everybody for coming. All right, thank you everybody for coming. I'm very happy to be here. Happy the microphone is working now, so that's good. On behalf of Mr. Sheridan, who's standing beside me right here, the co-teacher of the project, and myself, we would like to thank the following people for their phenomenal assistance in making this dream become a reality. This is truly a cooperative effort, and we could not have done it without these people. And of course, the students who will present the Belleville Learning Academy shortly after us. We want to thank you to the esteemed Board of Education Trustees. Thank you to you. We want to thank Superintendent Dr. Tomko, Dr. Kuzmano, Mr. D'Elia, Mr. Rhodes, Mr. Drosty, Mr. Pagano, Mr. Acosta, and Mr. Mignon. We thank everybody for helping us with this Belleville Learning Academy project, which the students will explain. I need to extend a very heartfelt thank you to my other half in this project, Mass Communication Educator and WBHS Director, Mr. Sheridan, right here. It is an honor and pleasure to work in such an environment, such as Belleville. I went to Belleville High School when I was younger, and I'm very thankful to be back in Belleville. I lived in Belleville my entire life. Hopefully I'll stay here forever. That's how much I love Belleville, and it's true. I just want to thank Mr. Sheridan one more time because he truly puts the students before anything else. He sets up educational class trips, and he dedicates so much time here at Belleville for the students. Finally, I just want to say one more time that I'm very thankful to work with these students. You know, these students right here, I see them, you know, pretty much every day, 5 days a week, and every time I see my students in the Belleville Learning Academy and my web design students, I feel that, and my sports and marketing students, because I have some of them here, I feel that they're truly happy to, you know, be here in Belleville and to learn, and the things that they're doing with the Belleville Learning Academy, I am really proud of. I just want to say thanks and pass the mic to Mr. Sheridan.
So I'd also like to thank the students, because it wouldn't be what we are without the students. I'd also like to thank the most important force in this project, which is our students. The students are dedicated, diligent, creative, and tireless. They have fearlessly pioneered new ground with this project. Thank you, students, for keeping your eyes on the goal and creating an awesome website that will certainly benefit the entire community. Briefly, I want to summarize some interesting components of the Student Learning Academy. It is indeed a student-based educational website. The website features educational videos, tutorials produced and filmed by students, educational documents and games created by students, highlights of class trips filmed by the students, and other cutting-edge issues and ideas. All the material on the website is created for students by students. We do not copy any of the resources on the website from the internet. The ultimate goal of the project is greatly enhance Belleville's student learning skills and increase their career readiness abilities. I encourage everyone to stay tuned as the Student Learning Academy website grows, both in quality and content. Thank you again, and we truly appreciate everything you do to make the learning at Belleville Public Schools exciting and engaging. So I come to these board meetings over and over again, and A lot of people ask what's going on in the district, what's going on to benefit the kids. So we decided that we're going to put together a little presentation so the community and the stakeholders in the community get to know what is taking place. So first off, if you'd like to give a round of applause, all the students in the Learning Academy, please stand up. And Jennifer County, please come forward.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jenna Chakali, the chemistry video developer of the Belleville Learning Academy. To give you a brief summary, the Belleville Learning Academy is a peer-to-peer learning program that allows students from the elementary schools all the way to the high school to access our website for the subject they need help in. Every student has their own pace, and we understand that. And as technology is advancing by the day, many students have come to depend on visual learning. Our commitment is to teach every student that may find it easier to pull up a laptop and learn from one of their own friends than in class. I personally love having the chance to help other students, and I am thrilled to fulfill my high school career knowing that our legacy will continue for years to come. I would like to end this by thanking Mr. Sheridan and Mr. Fabiano for allowing us to taking all the laptops, iPads, headsets, all the equipment we need home, and for being our constant source of support and encouragement. Thank you to my amazing team, the hardworking students of the Belleville Learning Academy, and to everyone who has made this thought bubble into a reality.
All right, good afternoon, board members, staff, and students. My name is Andrew Tran, and I'm currently a member of the Belleville Learning Academy. I'm currently the webmaster of the website, and I make sure to keep everything updated every day. I would like to show you a couple minutes of a clip that one of our members have created. If the board members want to turn around and watch the video, okay. videos that our team has created before. Now I'm going to show you guys all the videos that we've made, like only a couple seconds of it. Recently we have made the one-step equation video.
Hey guys, it's Maria from the Belleville Learning Academy. Today I will be showing you how to solve a one-step equation. Let's get started. Now, solving a one-step equation is really simple. In fact, we only have to do one step. Here in our to-do list, there are two steps shown, but the main step is to isolate the x for an
Recently, we went to a trip.
inverse operation.
We went to a trip to the Metropolitan Museum of Art, and a student there went and recorded and filmed everything. So if you're not on a trip, you can always go online and watch from a different point of view. So the first video was a math video created by our students. It's help for middle school students, elementary kids who are struggling with algebra. This video here is for educational purposes, and it helps you learn about what you're on the trip. On the webpage, we have the three recent videos that we've uploaded. And then an intro video we had from since last year. There are tutorials for high school, middle school, and elementary. There are practice sheets, which are worksheets that we worked on by the students. Here we have, let's say we want to do math. There's one for first graders. We all created this by ourselves, so we get it done and then we get it checked by the advisors. Next we have games, where our creators have created educational games where there's one for geography and one for math. Then you guys seen a team already. Here are where we have the trips for school, and then the pictures that we have going on. The last thing is the help desk, where National Honor Society can help with students who need help with the work, and they're always on the email to help you guys with it. If you have any questions, just email them. Now the website is now live. So if you guys want to go on it and look through it more, you guys can go on to BellevilleLearningAcademy.com. I want to give a special thanks to Mr. Sheridan and Mr. Fabiano for all the help they've done, and a special thanks to my team who has created and helped with the website.
Thank you again. Does the board or Dr. Tomko have any questions?
I want to thank all the students, teachers, advisors. We talked the other day when I was with you. I was very impressed with all the stuff that you, since last year. The games on there are phenomenal. Great job. The coding's fantastic. Let's give them another round of applause. All right, now to call up, we'll do the athletic awards now. Mr. Mara, Mr. Rhodes, come on up, please.
was going to use my coaching voice. Sorry, guys, everybody. So this year we had in the fall, we had a very successful fall. We had 34 student athletes that were honored for what they did on the field. So what we're going to do is we'll call them by team. Maybe you'll come up here, stand up here, stay with your team. I know some parents like to get a little quick photo op, but we can clap for the whole team together. So we're going to start off with, and Mr. Rhodes has the certificate. So here we go. First, we'll start with tennis from the Colonial Division. First team, we have Denise Avanilla. Is she here? Come on up. Second team, third singles, Maricar Ranjo. And first doubles, Allison Pelayo. Honorable mention first singles, Catherine Rios. And there you have it. Oh, Coach Mike Damassi, there you have it. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, first team doubles, Isabel Verterbo. And there you have the all-conference tennis teams. And that's the support of the good job. Good job. Next, we're going to go with the girls soccer team, SEC Colonial Division champions. First team, Natalie Abreu, who I believe is also part of the Learning Academy, Natalie. First team, Cecia Diaz. First team, Sam Dougherty. First team, Lindsay Riera. Second team, Kayla Cabezas. Second team, Gabriela Lopez. Second team, Janelle Ramirez. Second team, Crystal Razik. And honorable mention, Jayliana Bratcher. Coach Garrett and Coach Leonard's coming up right here. And here you have the 2017 girls soccer team. Well done, ladies. Next, we're going to start with the girls volleyball SEC Liberty Division. First team, Natasha Sanchez. Honorable mention, Susan Asadi. And honorable mention, Justine Ariola. Congratulations to the girls volleyball team. Boys cross country, I'm going to call out, and girls cross country as well. I just want you guys to know they did have a track meet tonight, so most of them were there. We're going to call them anyway. Second team, Chad Manning. Honorable mention, Ari Godre. There it is. And honorable mention, Joe Rivera. Congratulations to the boys, boys cross country SEC Liberty team. Good job, guys. Girls cross country, first team, yes, Katrina Maya. There you go. Second team, Anna Maria Albert. Honorable mention, Camila Nagatu. And honorable mention, Cherise Krish Bulasan. All right, boys and girls, SEC cross-country teams. Next up is boys soccer, SEC Colonial Division champions as well. First team, Ifani Anam, I got this right, I'm telling you, watch this. Ifani Anameje, all right? Who loves you, buddy? First team, Fernando Bizantes. First team, Kevin Majerez. Second team, though you guys be fancy for soccer players. Come on. Second team, Eric Munoz. Second team, Daniel Pineda. Second team, Kevin Riera. Honorable mention, Alex Suera. Before we honor them, this is a kind of a little bit of a surprise. I don't know if you guys know this, but the SEC and the Star Ledger picked one Coach of the Year per sport. It's a great honor, and believe it or not, this year, the SEC Star Ledger Super SS Conference Boys Soccer Coach of the Year was Belleville's own Gary Paluca. So Coach Paluca, welcome to the Lucas Cup. Congratulations. And the last team we're going to recognize today is the football team. First team, Mahmoud Youssef. Second team, Derek Lee. There it is. And honorable mention, Amari Wilmore. Coach Caniglio. Oh, he's a track? Okay, we got three. Coach has. Just want to say congratulations to all the athletes for the great job this year, okay? Thank you so much, and thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Mr. Mara. We have tremendous student athletes here, great sports programs. Please come out and support. Now with the winter season, we have a wrestling event Friday night, the Silvestri event, which is an annual thing here. It's actually my first event in Belleville when I was hired a few years ago. So let's give them all of our athletes tonight a round of applause. And I would like to now call up Ms. Kelleher, and we have a very special presentation to recognize those students that are being honored tonight by representatives from the American Cancer Society. So Ms. Kelleher.
Good evening, Dr. Tomko and our Board of Trustees, Board President, and our Board Vice President, and of course, to our honorees, our dear children who are gathered here tonight, and their wonderful families who've come to support them. Tonight we gather with our partners from the American Cancer Society, Anna Campoverde and Yakima Deloitte, who I'm going to ask to step up now and join me, please. I'm just going to turn this. It seems like an awkward position to be talking to you in. Just going to erase furniture. Again, I'd like to introduce our partners. We have a wonderful partnership with the American Cancer Society. It is our district's beloved cause that we are involved in. Anna Campoverde and Yakima Deloitte are here tonight to join us, our Belleville Public School family, to honor your children for their wonderful deeds of community service. Your children have been involved in an endeavor that has been designed to serve as community service and to support those people who are currently working through cancer and those who have conquered cancer and are survivors. The greatest act of honor and integrity is to serve others in a way that enhances and improves their lives. And it is with a full heart tonight that I acknowledge your children have done this by creating survivor tree canvases, which were displayed during the month of October at Strides Against Breast Cancer events held throughout New Jersey. At these events, cancer survivors were asked to create the leaves for the trees by dipping their thumbs into paint and pressing them upon the canvases that your children created. The leaves then represented lives of those who courageously fought and won against cancer, thus the name Survivor Trees. Students from each of our 9 schools participated in the creation of these symbolic survivor trees. Your children who attend Belleville High School embody the spirit of community by working in tandem to create pillows, port pillows, and headscarves for breast cancer survivors. A special note of appreciation is extended to Mrs. Leslie, the thoughtful educator who organized this community service endeavor. I'd like to ask Mrs. Leslie to step up and join us as well. Through their selfless actions, your children breathe life into the 2 most powerful words found in our district's insignia. These 2 words are integrity and service. At this time, I would like to ask Anna Capaverdi and Yakima Deloitte from the American Cancer Society to say a few words to you before we ask your children, tonight's wonderful honorees, to join us up here to accept their awards for community service. It is my pleasure to introduce our partners from the American Cancer Society, Anna Capaverdi and Yakima Deloitte.
Hi everybody, my name is Anna Capaverdi and this is Yakima, and we are Community Development Managers for the American Cancer Society, and that means that we work year-round to make sure that we are securing donations for the American Cancer Society so that we are able to provide programs and services to millions of cancer survivors here in New Jersey and across the United States and actually internationally. So I'd like to say thank you so much to your students, to your kids, for doing all these wonderful projects with us, and thank you of course to the board and to Diana, who has been amazing to work with. This is the 2nd year that Belleville partners with us and makes breast cancer awareness important during the month of October. So just so you guys know, American Cancer Society, just in northern New Jersey alone, raises about $1.9 million $1.9 million for cancer research programs and services that include hotel stays for patients. If patients need rides to and from hospitals, we are there to pick them up and take them. If they need a wig, they can come to our offices or to our partner hospitals and get those wigs for free. We also have a Look Good, Feel Better program, which is a cosmetic program for cancer patients. We touch millions of lives, and the reason we are able to do it is because students and children like yours are there behind it and are there with us, supporting us and helping us raise all the dollars that we can for the millions of cancer survivors that we're able to help in here. So thank you so much, and we will start by saying the student's name. So we ask the student to come up and get their certificate.
Chubby woman trying to fit in a small space like this. Not working out. So we're going to start by honoring our students who created the Survivor Tree Canvases. These are students from all of our 9 schools. They range in age from the youngest in our district all the way up to some of our seniors who are about to graduate. There were 42 of them. And this is a tradition that we are going to be working on with the American Cancer Society. Please know that these campuses, which have now been completed, as shared by Anna and Yakima with me, are going to be put in CEO offices of organizations and companies that are supportive of the American Cancer Society and the struggle. So your children's works will be forever memorialized and their active care. So that's just one beginning, and then we'll work on those people who created the pillows, the port pillows. And for those of you who don't know what a port pillow was, because I didn't know, after breast cancer surgery, there are certain pillows that it was a project that was researched at the high school level, that it's supportive for patients who are healing. And then if they have to travel and they've got a port for chemotherapy, many times the seatbelt can be abrasive, so they created ports, which are small pillows that are Velcro with the pillow facing the patient onto their seatbelt so they can travel comfortably back and forth to treatment or just whatever they need to do in normal life. And our students at the high school have also created beautiful scarves. So all of these are going to be shared with cancer patients. At this time, I would like to ask the students of School 3 to please rise. If you are here, oh wonderful. Let's give a collective round of applause for them. Our School 3 darlings, as you gather, we're going to pull you up one at a time. If you could stay for a moment as a team, similar to what the sports groups just did, and we can take a school picture of you. Our first member to receive their award is Victoria Borjaquez. Elisa Serva. Amaya Velez. These are special moments, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy your walk down to get your awards. Taylor Pinola. And Rachel Jagru. Wonderful. If we can ask our School 3 family to just group together, sweethearts, and we can take a picture of you. Mr. Silvera is right there to take a picture. Lovely. One more round of applause for School 3. They're also leaving with something that symbolizes our partnership with the American Cancer Society. There are Belleville caps that talk about our students becoming leaders, because that is our motto, where learners become leaders, as well as a sweet note about them joining and helping the American Cancer Society. Thank you again, please. Our next group of honorees and local heroes comes from School 4. Our first person to be honored is Brady Moragan. Joanna Leon. Carla Elias Mina. These out here, we will support with applause because they were here when we needed them to support people who are going through a struggle with cancer. Ashley Barillas. Yes. And our last lovely person from School 4 is Lily Vidal. I assure you we will get their awards to them by tomorrow morning. And now for our School 5 family. All those who are here from School 5 to be honored tonight, please stand up. I will call their names. Alexandra Gonzalez. All right, you're right in the back. I didn't see you. Come on up. Wonderful. Isabella DePalma. Ava Tortorella. Come on down, Ava. Ramirez Torres. Olivia Rodriguez. School 5, we're going to take a group shot. Ms. Olivia has her award. Mr. Silvera and Mr. Acosta, there you go. We're the house photographers tonight. Thank you, friends. One more round of applause. School 7 honorees, if you're present, please stand. Our first honoree is Destiny Mancino. Destiny Mancino. Our next School 7 recipient is Juliana Acosta. Our next is Stacy Tanahe Kawate. And last but certainly not least, Adam Gann. I can see you all the way to the right, Adam. Congratulations, dear. One final round of applause for our honorees from School 7. Beautiful. Thank you, friends. Mrs. Rivera, did you get that? Our honorees from School 8, please do us the honor of standing and receiving your applause. School 8. Our first honoree, Stephanie Aguirre. Elijah Velez. We know he's here. Elijah's approaching the stage all the way from the back. A future track team member. What do you think, Mr. Mara? Jaria Ortiz. Kimora Valentin. Mr. Solera, did we get our... Oh, Kimora. Love your name. Willie, did we get our group shot? Bethany? I don't think Stephanie's. Okay, group 8. Flash those beautiful smiles. One final round of applause, absolutely. Thank you. Will the honorees from School 9 please rise? This is an exciting part. Really for your team, right? School 9, Jose Rodriguez. Chaz Vanazzini. Mia Kervin. Janime Haguia. How do you do? And Sweet Sarah Torres. As School 9 is having their group shot, please let's offer them one more round of applause. Will our honorees from School 10 please rise? Mr. Moran, please come on up. With all that joy, come join us. Okay. Love the enthusiasm from Ted. Our first honoree is Layla Van Sander. Our next honoree is Moises Nunam. Tristan Hargrove. Hi, Tristan. Nina Jamina. Ethan Nugent. As School 10 is getting ready for their photo ops, let's give them a nice round of applause, please. Beautiful, thank you. Will our middle school recipients please rise? Our first honoree is Denise Almario. Hi, Denise. Our next recipient is Ayla Romero. Our next recipient is Samantha Arias. Oh, I love you wearing pink, Samantha. Love that symbolism. Our next recipient is Alessandra Paleo. Right here. And Aiden Barino. One more round of applause to the middle school as they are having a photo capture. I'd like now for our high school students who created survivor trees to please rise. Our first recipient is Jordan Libby. Caitlin Monsanto. Jasmine Zavale. And Matt Feliciano. I promise you that by tomorrow morning they will all have their awards and their caps. And now for our very special group from the high school. This is the group who epitomized what community is about. There are 50 students on this list. These students created projects that did not attach their name. You know, artists typically will find the corner of their painting or their work to put their name or their initials so that it's forever memorialized. This group chose not to do that, and they chose to work as one. 100 hands, 50 pairs of hands working as one to create 9 pillows, a multitude of scarves, and port pillows. And here's how that looked. We traversed through Mrs. Leslie's room, whenever they had time, could be before or after school, and they would pick up where one person left off. So if one person sewed 5 or 6 inches of a pillow, they left their needle where it was, and the next hands to come in just picked up and continued the work. There's nothing more beautiful than those unsung heroes who just do because it's the right thing to do. At this time, I'd like to invite all of our high school students who are here for the reasons of being honored for the creation of pillows for breast cancer patients, port pillows, and scarves. Please rise now. Just so everyone has their due, although we have a small but mighty army representing the high school tonight, we will say everyone's name because that is most fitting. The first student, Alexander Davis. Amanda De Sources. Annabelis Sanchez. Andrea Ramos. Angie Ukweango. Anna Marie Smith. April Lopez. I have not lost my place. There are 2 April Lopez's. April Lopez. Brianna Reyes. Catherine Infante. Chad Manning. Charlotte Colon. Deza Marie Reynoso. Daniela Rodriguez. Derek Sandoval. Destiny Soto. Emily Ubaldo. Emily deserves one name. Emily Ubaldo. Erica Tapia. Evelyn Velasquez. Gabriela Castillo. Gia Guzman. Gwyneth Esteves. Ibeliz Feliciano. Oh, yes, we're playing bingo. We have one. Well done, sweetie. Thank you so much. Isabel Desomes. Janelle Amarante. Janisa Esteras. Jonathan Jerez. Julia Varela. Kalina Morales. Linda Reyes. Luz Reyes. Madison Lamana. Maria Zavala. Miriam Lima. Melanie Tapia. Mariah De Somes. Natalie Barrera. Nube Java. Rachel Taipei. Sarah Manning. Sebastian Meserescu. Sheena Williams. Sylvia Pozo. Sofia Alida. Susie Escate. Tia Andrews. So glad you're here, Tia. Tia Thomas. Tino Luzzatto. Come on, Tino. I'm glad you're here, sweetie. Victoria Mensa. And our final honoree from the high school, Yasmin Johnson. Our last photo op right now, with our high school students. I want to thank you so much for your wonderful applause and energy as all of our students were honored tonight. Thank you so much for being here. Dr. Tonko, thank you.
Thank you very much, everyone. Great job. Great cause. Thank you, Ms. Keller.
We're going to take a 3-minute break so all the kids can go home.